RPS to turn off and on the separate sounds within a performance. The easy way to do this previously was to use the mute feature within the performance settings in the mixer, but this has its problems because it's not a smooth transition. So programming the systex and using RPS is far better and only takes around 10 minutes to set up a good basic setting that is then permanently saved within the Fantom's memory or on a memory card, ready to be recalled at any time. So let's give it a shot. We're going to use these 8 buttons just as a test patch, using 4 different, created a test performance using 4 of the 16 available tracks. On track 1 there's a piano, track 2 some light strings, track 3 a synth, and track 4 is an organ. I'm then going to program the systex so that I'm able to turn off and on any of these parts using some of the Fantom's 16 orange touch pads. To make it straightforward, I'm going to use the pads as follow. Pad 1 will turn track 1 on, pad 5 will turn it off, pad 2 will turn track 2 on, and pad 6 will turn it off, pad 3 will turn track 3 on, pad 7 will turn it back off again, and pad 4 will turn track 4 on, and pad 8 will turn it off again. So if I press all 4, that's turned all 4 of these off, so there's no sound. If I press track 1, it's turned the piano on. Now even though I'm holding the notes, it won't sound until I press the next notes. So then I pressed number 2 halfway through and added strings. And I can turn both of those off, switch the organs on. Turn organs off, number 3. All off. And it's as simple as that. Off, this turns it off, this turns it on. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Piano, on. So let's show you how to work systex. First of all, I'll turn the Fantom off and then back on again. To wipe that song from the memory, we'll start from scratch. Now, when you turn it on, be aware that it only works on the audio track expanded Fantoms, the version 2 or above. So make sure when you switch your unit on and it powers up, that it comes up with audio track expansion. Okay, I was just using that test patch, which was user 48 there. Right, now let's make a start to program these systex commands. Step 1, we're going to turn track 1 off, which we'll have programmed eventually to track pad number 5. Right, let's get this up going. Press record, and we want it to pattern 5, PTN 005. We just want it to replace. We don't want to count in, so wait for the note. Well, off. Put the count in as off, and then start and close. Now going to part view F2 and F7 external, and then just turn it down to get rid of that little highlighted tick, and then we can press stop. So what we've done is we've turned that part off, so we'll exit that screen, go into song edit, and then micro edit F8, and we've got a systex command there, you can see that. Let me see if you want to zoom in for this one. There we go, it should help. So we've got a systex command that came in just whenever we got around to it as the song was recording. So we need to get that right at the beginning of the song now, so that as soon as we press the pad it works. So I've moved the cursor down to highlight it. F3 will move it, and then I want to just get that right back to the beginning there to 0. Execute. So that's at 0 now. And then let's have a quick look. So I'll just talk you through that. We went to Song Edit. To the right of the Fantoms display, we hit the micro edit button, F8. You should see the set of long numbers. This is a systex command that tells the Fantom to turn off part 1. We need to move this block of numbers right to the top of the recording so that as soon as we eventually start to use it on the pads, it works instantly. To get it to the beginning of the song, I move the cursor down so that the numbers are highlighted, and then I hit the move button. It's a bar position within the song will now be visible. To speed up the movement, I altered the numbers on the far left back to 0. Now exit the page and save this song as anything you like. Save song. Let's call it RPS, just for argument's sake. And right, save. Now we need to repeat a similar process for the 7 other pads. All we've done so far is made a start at turning off track 1 using what will eventually be assigned to pad number 5. So let's make a command that will turn that track 1 back on so that we can assign that to pad number 1. So we'll press record again, but this time it's pattern 1. Those can be left the same, replace, off, 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 press start and close, exit, part view, external, it's already on, and then just switch it back on, the tick and press stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, there's that systex command again, so we highlight that by cursor down, move, these numbers come up, so we went right to the far left just to make it quick, resetting it back to 0, execute, exit. So that's worked for that one. Now let's set up another pad. Let's set up pad number 6, start, close, exit, part view. Now let's turn number 2 off and stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, go down to the systex, move right to the beginning, execute, exit. Oh, we'll give it a name as well. No, we'll just leave it at that, that's fine. Record pattern number 2, start, close, exit, part view, switch it back on, stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, highlight it, move it right to the beginning, execute, exit, record, pattern we've done, we'll do number 7, start, close, exit, part view, go down to number 3, turn it off, stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, F8, highlight the systex command, move, reset to 0, execute, exit, record, track number 3 this time, PTN3, start, close, exit, F2, switch it back on, stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, highlight the systex, move to 0 right at the beginning, exit, record, PTN8 this time, start, close, exit, F2, go down, remove that tick, stop, exit, song edit, there it is, we want to move it right to the beginning where all these others are, micro edit, highlight the systex, move the systex, reset that cursor right back to the beginning, execute. Now we've just got one more to do, record, PTN4, start, exit, exit part view, switch it back on with a tick, stop, exit, song edit, micro edit, highlight it, move it right back to the beginning, exit. So now we've got 8 commands there right at the beginning, exit. Now let's just, for safety, let's just save this, save song, enter. It's still coming up RPS from before, so we'll save that. Now we're going to program these 8, just zoom out a little bit for you, to the RPS by pressing Shift RPS. Now pad 1, this pad here, that was pattern 1. We just want it as once and mute group off. Pad 2 we want as pattern 2 and just once. Pad 3 we want as pattern 3, playback mode once. Pad 4, pattern 4, just once. Pad 5, pattern 5, playback mode once. Pad 6, pattern 6, playback mode once. Pad 7, pattern 7, playback mode once. Pad 8, pattern 8, once. Exit, save it again, save, enter, RPS. Now that's it all done, as easy as that. So let's just test it now, make sure it works. Press RPS, these 8 lights should go out, and they have done. So everything's on, and that should turn everything off, and it has done. Switch the piano back on with some strings. systex RPS.